Facebook, YouTube audience, and all fails, as good last hope. My last hope is that everyone in the world asks for Jesus to take my soul. That is my last hope. You see this oxygen around my nose. This is what I do every day. I sit and play on the computer or watch TV right here. You see what's behind me, a big old oxygen tank. I live on a 14 by 70 trailer. This tube, this tube is what is connected me to this trailer and to my nose and to my lungs. Yes, I used to smoke. I had breast cancer. The breast cancer, it killed a bunch of nerve cells in my body. I have a vocal that's paralyzed on one side. The other side barely works. I have COPD, congested heart failure. I think I'm wearing my food. Anxiety in both my legs and feet. I cannot raise my arms over my head because the scapula in my back is damaged from nerve cells that's in my body. I had breast cancer. The cancer itself is what killed everything that's in my body. As of July of 2011, I used to be an over road truck driver. One week we come in off the road. I felt a lump on my breast. Went to the hospital, had a biopsy done. Come find out I had breast cancer. It started out with a lot of secretions in my throat. Back then, nobody could understand me whatsoever. I still have secretions, but it's not as bad. Then I started having trouble with my arms, not to be able to raise up over my head. I knew something major was going on in stage 3. So I came in off the road. I didn't get to see the road again ever since. And trust me when I say I had trouble getting my CDLs. It took me forever to get my CDLs. And the day I had to turn those in because I no longer could drive on the road. I cried, cried, cried. I wanted to keep those CDLs. Of course, in order to keep them, I had to pass a physical. There again, I had to turn in my CDLs. And every time I see a truck on the road, I cry. I loved the road. Either you loved it or you hated it out there. And I was one that loved being a truck driver. Now, this is my life. I lost my husband in 2016. So now I'm on my own. I live out in the country. I have two daughters. One lives in Taylorsville, and the other lives in Indiana. I live in Kentucky, of course. So therefore, everyone is scattered. I'm rarely. If I'm lucky to see them once a year, I'm lucky. They hardly ever call me on the phone. we just, we really was never that close in the first place. Pretty much. I probably should say that I'm to blame for that too, as well as them. I mean, we all have our issues. I'm not saying that just because of that I'm giving up. It's because of everything I want to give up. I want Jesus to come down here and take me. I am so done. You could have put a fork in me. I'm so done. I am so done with life because this is it. What else am I here for? My kids, I mean, I love them, but they could care less about me. That's pretty obvious. My mother is alive. She gets around better than I do. And me and her, we fight almost every time we talk. She's got a lot of issues. A lot. But I pretty much have issues too. So we only talk when we can be civil or try to be civil with one another. I do have a brother that lives a mile down the road from me. And the only time I see him is when I ask him to go and get my medicine because I'm unable to drive. I live in the country, don't own a vehicle. And when I had to turn in my CDLs, I was no longer able to drive also because my doctor told me no more driving. My family told me I shouldn't drive. At this point, I did have a husband. He was the one to get me back and forth a lot of places when he was alive. But now, since 2016, even though my daughter moved in once, that was a disaster. It's that's another story. Uh, she lived here for a little bit after my husband passed away. Of course, that didn't work out too well. So she moved back to Indiana with her husband. So here I am again, all by myself. And like I said, the brother that lives a mile down the road, I only talk to him when I call him. He never once calls me. My sister, I can never get her to call me. Only time I talk to her is when I call her. This is my life. So the last hope I want, I really, really, truly mean, is everyone out there to say a prayer for me that Jesus would come and take my soul. It's enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of everything. I just hope and pray everybody understands where I come from. And I hope everybody understands. I need this last hope in life. Everyone in the world that's anybody that's seeing this message, if you could please, please, please say a prayer that some wisdom of God or the Holy Spirit come down and just take it, take my soul, because I'm too weak to take my own soul. I need for Him to take it. He needs to come down here and take my soul. And that's my last hope. So, if anybody can give me a thumbs up, say that they're going to at least pray for me, I'd appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that everyone has a good life, a fulfilling life, and this never happens to you. That you're tied to something like an oxygen tank. Because these little oxygen tanks, they only last an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, if you're lucky. This is another thing happens. Hold on. These tanks here, they probably weigh about, I don't know, 6 to 10 pounds. I don't know. I'm not good at weight. These suckers are heavy. This is what I use when I can't take this out on the road. And I gotta go to the doctors. I have to carry this little thing around. And I have to carry more than one because, like I said, they only last hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. And you might be at the doctor's 3 to 6 hours. Who knows? And if you have to take more than one, or even a bigger one, I don't know if you can see it's behind the chair. I've never taken that thing because I don't want to sit here. It's like using a pulley, one of those pulleys, carrying this great big old tank behind me. I've never done that. I don't know because I have to ride track. That's like a bus for disabled people. They come to my house, take me to the doctors, or if I can't find somebody to pick up my medicine when it needs at the pharmacy, I'll have them do that also. To, excuse me, take me back and forth to doctors. They're called tag grits. Sorry. Tag grits. I don't know what you call them. It's a bus for disabled people. And you gotta carry these stupid things out. And that's the only time I get away from the house. So this is my life. I don't wish this life for anybody. I never do Christmas, never do Thanksgiving. That's all stopped. Once I got sick, kids don't come around. They just don't want to bother with me, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to bother an old person like me either. But that's my life. Please pray, Jesus, take this woman's soul. She's had enough. Thank you for all the prayers out there if you give them. You have a beautiful life. Talk to you later.